Oh God.
Oh my.
Welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name's Ruben.
I'm Kay.
And today we are reviewing Season 5B. It's the second half of Season 5. We've been waiting a long time of Lucifer for this. Netflix have finally gave us the screeners. You will be watching it today, I imagine. If you're a big fan, you're probably...
Oh, I just had a yawn.
Respectfully.
Sorry.
If you're a big fan, you probably have seen all of them. You know about how it was cancelled and then picked up, and then we were going to have the last season, and the last season was going to be Season 5, but now we're getting one more, which is going to be the last season.
One more.
It's just like a whole big soap
Behind the scenes.
Behind the soap. But we're here to talk about it, so this one is a non-spoiler. We are going to do Ending Explained. Let's jump into it.
So what I really liked about this season is they seemed to go back to the formula that worked really well in the beginning.
I agree.
And that is that it's about the detective side of it, so solving murders and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's got an overall arc, obviously, but it's also quite episodic. So you have a murder to solve within each episode.
And that's what fans loved at the beginning.
Yeah.
And there was one of the complaints as we had headed into the Netflix realm rather than being on the other network it was on, was that they went only to the supernatural route. Now we have a bit of both, and they found a footing in both worlds.
Yeah, and I think they got it really well. They balanced it really nicely.
Yeah, although for me it's always the supernatural stuff that I really love in the detecting stuff. So I like that, but then seeing how Lucifer reacts, or what he's going to steal from a scene, or what he's going to do or say something that's outrageous, that's all, again, in the tight scripting, but it's all part and parcel of what makes Lucifer work really well. The first half of the second half of this season is all about God. And so we have that celestial presence.
Sun.
There's something massive happening in the heavenly realms.
Yeah.
And so he's come to spend some time with his sons and sort out the stuff that has to go on. I will say that this second half of this season ended up being much more emotional than I expected it to be.
Yes.
It hit me with the feels a couple of times, especially in the latter half of this season. It also finishes with that massive cool stuff that I won't go into.
We won't talk about it.
But it finishes really well. So much so that I thought, wow, you could possibly have ended it there.
Absolutely.
And not really needed another season.
Yeah.
Although we want more because it's fantastic. Who stood out for you this season?
I think that's a difficult question to answer, actually, because in different episodes, different characters stood out. And I feel like they were all given enough weight and enough screen time to actually develop their characters and actually make you know them more, like them more, feel more connected with them.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. Depending on the episode is depending on who shines, because like there is a douche episode, Detective Douche episode, which is all about Detective
Dan
Douche.
Espinosa.
And I really liked that episode. I thought it was really fun, really entertaining. However, there was one episode that I feel like has been the weakest of all of them, all the seasons so far, and that was the musical episode.
Oh, yes.
And the reason being, when you do musical episodes, it has to further along the arc and the story. And so it's not that the singing was bad, it's not that the musical numbers were bad, it's just that it didn't have any punch or emotional impact to the story that was going on. So if you look back at Once More with Feeling, the Buffy episode, that is quite famous amongst Buffy fans, the reason why it's so loved is because that time and place, there was a huge emotional impact of storylines that were converging, and it all just kind of pushed forward in that moment. Every single song was about a relationship and stuff that was happening.
Yeah.
And so you felt the emotional impact of that. Here,
And it was an original song that was written to further the storyline for those characters specifically. Whereas in this episode, they just used, for the most part, they used songs that had key words that matched what was happening, but didn't necessarily further the plot at all.
And I do feel like they missed a beat there, because Lucifer in the biblical lore,
Yeah.
he is like the master of music.
Yeah.
You would think they have written exclusive songs. I mean, if one of the intros for one of the seasons is where he's playing Creep on the piano, and it's the most haunting version of that I've ever seen.
Beautiful.
But he is so talented, so you totally could have just given the actor that plays Lucifer those moments. So that would be my only negative for this
I agree.
series. The rest of it, I really feel like it's found its footing. It's found its feeting.
Yes.
And the first half establishes what we love. The second half establishes the big supernatural arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get ready for some emotional gut punches, though, guys.
Yeah, towards the end.
It almost feels like they didn't know
they were getting another season. So
they were just going for it. Yeah. Very entertaining.
And it really does feel like it wraps up.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to give this a B+.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do.
High five.
High five.
Let us know, how would you rank these seasons so far, now that we've got the complete... I guess you'd have to rank season 5 maybe separately in 2 parts, because that's how long it has been. So you could do like season 5.1, 5.2, or AB, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4. How would you rank them? Which is your favorite? I'd love to know in the comments below. Are you excited about season 6? We will do spoilers, so look out for that. Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember,
live long and Tuesday.